Hello, I'm Carla Rivera Medina. This is iPulse Live for September 27th, 2024.
And I'm Lilian Carreon. You may know noticed that our campus is growing. In fact, last year, students noticed a new construction site that appeared on the corner of the campus. For a while, many were left speculating what would be built. iPulse reporter Hunter Rossi found out.
Last May, a new construction site popped up on the corner of Lynn's campus. Standing in place of the now demolished baseball field, many students were left wondering what the building was for.
The building is a residence hall. It will be primarily for sophomores. Students who live there will have options for 2-bedroom and 4-bedroom suite-style units. They'll have a kitchenette and a living room.
The new residence hall promises to provide students new opportunities and spaces unlike any of the existing halls.
The building is also going to have study rooms, open gathering spaces. There will be a common area kitchen and an open area floor plan for students to hang out or watch TV.
Currently, the building is scheduled to finish next fall, being ready for sophomore students to live in for the next academic year.
The building will be ready by next fall. We started early site work in April. There was a lot of work to level up the ground. We had to add dirt to bring up the entire ground floor by about 5 feet. I know a few students from DeHornley were inconvenienced, but luckily that's all been worked out.
The residence hall is just part of Lynn's master plan, with many new projects planned and on the way.
The university has a campus master plan. This project has been planned for several years, and we're happy that we're now getting to this part of the master plan. It's really tempting to tell you future projects we have coming up, but you're going to have to stay tuned for some announcements coming later this fall.
This has been Hunter Rossi, reporting for iPulse Live.
It's a new academic year, which means athletics at Lynn are well underway. Our sports editor, Ashley Martinez, covered the opener for the men's soccer team.
Last week, we returned back to Bobby Campbell Stadium for the startup of the men's soccer season against Spring Hill College. Let's see where their heads are at for this first game.
I mean, obviously mentality is always to win the game, but especially now for the first game, we want to start the season with a win. So yeah, create a good path for the upcoming season.
I think the guys have been putting in hard work for the past 2 weeks, and we're trying to bond on and off the field, trying to stick together, and I think we are very well prepared.
And you transferred here. Are you used to this type of training from your old school?
Yeah, I am, but I think the mentality of the team is a different one. I think our team is very connected to each other, got a strong build from the beginning, and yeah, that's the difference.
Being a part of a collegiate team comes with many different roles and responsibilities on and off the field. These boys play different positions in their sport, meaning they all have a unique way of contributing to the season and this first game.
My role on the pitch is to contribute to the defense and to the offense, so I'm hoping to help the players behind me and also deliver some crosses for my strikers and hopefully get some assists and help the boys to score.
Right wing back, I'm distributing the balls. I think I'm about to work hard in the attack and in defense to keep the clean sheet and hopefully to assist or to score in the team.
And as captain, what do you think your role is today and obviously for the rest of the season? That's obviously impressive.
Well, as I mentioned before, sadly I cannot be with the guys out on the field, but I will join them on Sunday. And as I said before, I just try to be out there and help the guys as much as I can.
In sports, it's important to maintain confidence and set goals for your upcoming season. Last year, our men's soccer team made it to the NCAA tournament. How far will they make it this year?
I think everyone wants to win titles, so it doesn't matter about the Central State Conference, conference tournament. I think ultimately everyone wants to win a national title, like the national championship. So yeah, we go for that.
We definitely can. I mean, we definitely have the potential from what I've seen so far. As I said, good group of new players. The players that stayed have shown already what they're capable of doing. We went to the NCAAs last year, so I think we can make it.
The Fighting Knights end up taking the win for the night against Spring Hill College with a score of 2-0. They seem very locked in and ready for this upcoming season. Until next time, I'm Ashley Martinez for iPulse.
We live in a content-driven world. Today, people only want content to be delivered on topics they are interested in. So it's no surprise that podcasts have taken off. At Lynn, Professor Leslie Oru is teaching students how to come up with intriguing subjects for podcasts and how to develop them. If you don't know what Boogaloo is, watch this podcast and find out.
Hello everyone, and welcome to iPulse Podcast, where every art finds its voice. Today on Rhythms of Yesterday, the podcast where we explore the rich history of the rhythms and dances that make us move. I'm Ashley, and today we're going to look into the lively history of Boogaloo, a genre that mixes soul music and Latin music, creating an exciting blend of energy and rhythm. Boogaloo started in the 1960s in New York, especially in the Bronx and Harlem neighborhoods. This music style combines African-American R&B with Latin rhythms like mambo and salsa. Young Latinos, mostly Puerto Ricans, wanted to create something that showed their cultural identity. Artists like Pete Rodriguez with his famous song, I Like It Like That, and Joe Cuba with his song, Bang Bang, were leaders in this movement. Soul music was very important for the growth of Boogaloo. The English lyrics and Afro-American rhythms were mixed with the instruments and beat of Latin music. Boogaloo didn't just change music, it also had a big impact on the culture and identity of the Latino community in the United States. For many young Latinos, it was a way to show their culture and pride. Even though Boogaloo became less popular in the 1970s, it left a strong mark on Latin music and culture. Modern artists still honor this genre, and its influence can be heard in today's music. Thanks for joining us on this trip through the history of Boogaloo. Don't forget to subscribe to Rhythms of Yesterday for more episodes about the rhythms that make us move. See you next time.
This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.
In national politics, the outcry over former President Trump's charge that Haitian immigrants are eating and stealing pets continues. Now his vice presidential candidate, J.D. Vance, has doubled down on the fabricated story.
Former President Donald Trump may have been trying to score political points on immigration.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
But after that inflammatory statement that has been debunked as a rumor, schools, universities, and city buildings in Springfield, Ohio have received at least 33 bomb threats, according to officials, although the number of threats dropped drastically on Tuesday.
I think we're going on 5 or 6 days of continuous threats.
The state's governor, Republican Mike DeWine, said state troopers will sweep each of the district's 17 school buildings before classes start and will remain on campus throughout the day to provide security.
Teachers also, though, told us that the kids had had a tough day yesterday. I think they used the term as a rough day.
DeWine says 2 colleges and 2 elementary schools shut down in-person learning Monday after receiving separate threats. Some residents say the baseless rumors are hurting people in the community.
I'm embarrassed the way we've treated the Haitians, honestly.
I wish he can be apologized for what he said, because we have children.
Former President Trump was asked if he would denounce the threats over the weekend. He did not walk back his false claims of cats and dogs being eaten in Springfield.
I don't know what happened with the bomb threats. I know that it's been taken over by illegal migrants.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Tensions are still high in Springfield. Former President Trump says he plans to visit Springfield within the next 2 weeks, despite officials asking him not to. The police report that Trump's campaign used to support the claim that immigrants were eating animals was about a missing cat that was eventually found in its owner's basement.
And that's our broadcast for September 24th, 2024. I'm Carla Rivera Medina.
And I'm Lilian Carreon. We'll be back next week with another edition of iPulse Live. You can follow us on our website, iPulsenews.com.